live and local with coverage you can count on. This is WNEM-TV5 News at 7 on My 5.
I mean, we keep our kids away from groups and activities that aren't safe, and then we let all of it into our home, and it's foolish, really.
Parents reacting to the emergence of a website that is causing some concern. It allows kids to broadcast themselves live to absolutely anyone on the internet. Thank you for watching WNEM-TV5 News at 7 and streaming online at WNEM.com. I'm David Custer. It's a story we first brought you last night at 11. The site is called YouNow. The website is becoming popular among teenagers, but it also has the attention of parents and even the police. TV5's Elena Holland reports.
It's a cross between Facebook and YouTube. It's a new social media platform, one that invites thousands of strangers live into your kid's bedroom.
You shouldn't do this Kylie Jenner challenge because you get really bad bruises.
It's called YouNow, targeted to teens. It may seem like a safe place for them to communicate, but actually, anyone can log on and watch. We spoke with Liz Hunt, a detective in the Computer Crimes Unit. She says this website is a big problem.
And this is a very easy way to come into your homes and get in contact with your kids.
These live streams feature teens talking, dancing, even sleeping. It's incredibly easy for anyone to log on and watch some of these live broadcasts. Just go to YouNow.com and up pops anyone, anywhere that you can watch in their own home.
I don't think it's safe. My children won't do it. I have 2 teenagers and no.
We spoke with local parents about YouNow. Everyone we talked to said they wouldn't let their kids use the site.
Well, I probably wouldn't let them. So, I mean, that's where the parent responsibility comes in.
We keep our kids away from groups and activities that aren't safe, and then we let all of it into our home, and it's foolish.
Detective Hunt says there haven't been any crimes directly tied to YouNow in our area, but she says give it time. This new platform has the power to lead to harm.
So if that person, that young teenager, goes online and a pedophile is watching them or following them, and they're doing it from their room every single night at a certain time, they can start actually, keeping track of that stuff.
In Saginaw County, Elena Holland, WNEM-TV5 News at 7 on My 5.
And there has been no shortage of a response to this site on the TV5 Facebook page. Tiffany says her kids aren't allowed on the internet unless an adult is around. Carolyn says she's not even sure how sites like this can be a good thing. And Chris believes some people have way too much faith in their children. No computers in the bedroom. Well, let us know what you think. Just head on over to the TV5 Facebook page. Not too much to complain about when you go outside today. Sunshine and very comfortable temperatures across mid-Michigan. Chief Meteorologist Brian Bachman is in the First Warn 5 Weather Center with a look at your forecast. Hi, Brian.
Hi there, David. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're enjoying this beautiful slate of weather that's been out there today, at least by opening up the windows, maybe even better getting a chance to get out and enjoy some of that nice weather, whether it's taking in a baseball game, you name it. If it's outdoors this evening and this weekend, it's going to be in very good shape weather-wise. Looking at your First Warn 5 Sky Tracker tonight, we are seeing a few clouds trying to edge their way in from the west. You can see them just about streaming up into central parts of lower Michigan tonight. I would say right up to about the Mount Pleasant area at this point. But most of them are very high clouds and very thin in nature because we have a cold frontal boundary that's trying to edge its way in from over parts of Wisconsin and Minnesota tonight. However, since it's kind of running into that zone of high pressure that's been keeping us high and dry today, the front is actually starting to fall apart, and a lot of those showers that you see back to the west, not really a threat to us at all. 70 degrees right now in Saginaw, even at this 7 o'clock hour. 72 in Bay City. Just a beautiful, beautiful Friday evening, no matter where you are. And that, of course, includes you in Midland and in Flint. Plenty of sunshine. Temps in the low 70s. It's an outdoor evening for sure. Really an outdoor weekend with a nice taste of, dare I say, early summer. I'll show you where the mercury is headed this weekend. Coming up in your full 7-day forecast.
It's beyond frustrating when you know you haven't done anything wrong and you're still being evicted.
A veteran who has never missed a payment and has done nothing wrong, evicted from his property. It's a story we first brought you last night on TV5 News at 11. James Felton followed up with him today to see if there has been any change in his situation.
There's been no word from management. We were able to give her our rent for the month of May. That's the only thing that's happened.
Gordy Harris is still looking to us to ask the tough questions. The disabled veteran tells us he's being wrongfully evicted from Birchwood Farms in Birch Run, given 30 days to get off the property. Harris owns his mobile home but pays rent on the land. He admits to not signing a new lease, but he contends that other renters have not been asked to leave even though they too lack leases.
We've just been told that they plan on putting a new home on our lot. That's the only thing we've been told.
We looked up the law governing evictions when someone's home is on rented land. There is a just cause provision that allows for landowners to evict someone if they haven't signed a lease. But in Harris's eviction notice, it is unclear if that's the reason behind his eviction.
So we came here to the manager's office, wanting to ask the tough questions, knocking repeatedly, but no one was here. So we couldn't find out why exactly Harris is being evicted.
Harris has a theory on why he's getting the boot and why others are not.
We have to fight through the ice in the driveway.
This is Gordy Harris talking to us in March of 2014. He was upset over flooding problems at the trailer park. He alerted us of the problem. Now, more than a year later, he believes the eviction is retaliation for our report.
That would be the only thing I would have to ask is why.
Again, our repeated calls to the owner and property manager were not returned. Reporting in Saginaw County, James Felton, WNEM-TV5 News at 7 on My 5.
If you have a tough question you would like us to investigate, we want to hear from you. Just call either of the two numbers right there on your screen. You can also send an email to WNEM@WNEM.com or message us on Facebook. CMU has suspended the student accused of groping a female staff member. The university suspended Prati Gujala from campus while he faces sexual assault charges. The graduate student was arrested for groping the woman after he asked to take a selfie with her. CMU originally allowed him to continue taking classes but changed their mind after more than 20 students protested the decision earlier this week. A jury has found a woman guilty of giving her boyfriend a drug that ultimately killed him. A Huron County judge convicted Amanda Van Valkenburg of giving her boyfriend methadone back in 2013. 19-year-old Ryan Shemka of Elkton died of a drug overdose. She will be sentenced in June. And an update now to a shooting in Genesee County. Police say one person is in critical condition after being shot in the face. It happened at Lakeshore Circle in Mundy Township yesterday. Police have not identified any suspects and are asking anyone with information to call the Mundy Township Police Department. And we also have an update on the condition of the dog that was shot through the nose with an arrow. Last week, we introduced you to this pit bull named Arrow, who was found wandering a neighborhood with an arrow lodged in his nose. The Saginaw County Animal Control picked him up and got him to a vet to have the arrow removed. We spoke with Animal Control today to get an update on his condition. They say he's doing just fine, and they are now looking to find him a permanent home.
He's available for adoption. We'd like to see him go to a single-family home. It'd be nice if there was no children at this time because we don't really know his past. We don't know how he is.
If you are interested in adopting Arrow, Saginaw County Animal Control says you can call and schedule a time to meet him. A popular security guard nearly beaten to death, and the man who was accused of doing it later gets shot by a different security guard from the same company. Everyone is alive, but two men are now in jail and another can barely walk. TV5's Ronnie Duncan sorts it all out for us.
But I'll be back. I'll be back. Give me about 4 or 5 weeks.
So while Arnie is home healing, police want to know what happened here on Beach and 7th Street 3 hours after the incident in which Arnie Wells was attacked. You see, Christopher Hawkins, who happens to be an armed security guard with LaGuardia, came here. And that's where he allegedly approached Calvin Norton, shot Calvin Norton. Both men are in jail, and now police are hoping that surveillance cameras in this area can tell the story. Right now, no one wants to talk because this is an ongoing investigation.
Well, we can't comment on any ongoing investigation, and we're not going to. So, we're going to wait and see what all the facts come out before anybody makes an opinion.
Letter is a representative for LaGuardia Security. Hawkins, seen here, is facing up to 10 years in prison for the shooting and the attempt to do bodily harm to Norton. And while the case is ongoing, Letter says the company is focused on Arnie Wells.
What happened to Arnie is just an unfortunate incident, and we're doing everything that we can to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
While all is quiet in downtown Flint, Many who live in the area don't see this latest incident as a setback for a downtown making a comeback.
As in most cities, there's going to be some isolated incidences, but overall, I think people really have a great sense of security down here. Tenants, business owners, as well as people who are just coming down to patronize these businesses.
Absolutely. It's safe downtown. I live downtown. I work downtown. Never, ever had an issue.
In Flint, Ronnie Duncan, WNEM-TV5 News at 7 on My 5.
If convicted, Hawkins could face up to 10 years in prison. Meantime, Norton has been charged with aggravated assault. That is a misdemeanor with a max sentence of only 1 year in prison. Well, the vote on Proposal 1 is next Tuesday, and even if it passes, there will be more work to do. Still ahead, how local business leaders hope to play a prominent role in that discussion. And Bikes on the Bricks will be here sooner than you think, how you can start the celebration this weekend. You are watching WNEM-TV5 News at 7, serving Saginaw, Beecher, Bad Axe, and your hometown too. It's coverage you can count on.